Top of the morning, everybody. What's up? It's Monday. It is the first Monday of the new year, and man, I'm excited to be here. I woke up a little late today. Um, Later than usual, should I say? Not late, but I woke up later than usual. I was expecting to wake up and get up and run. I woke up, my lady woke me up, Danielle, and said, it's 8 something. I'm like, oh, I gotta go. So, anyways, man, good morning. I'm happy I got some rest this weekend. Had a good time, enjoyed myself with my family, with my friends. Yeah, man, I just had a good weekend. I hope y'all had one as well. Today, y'all know what day it is. It's not only Monday, but really what truly day it is the best day of your life. You know why? Because if you don't think that today is the best day of your life, you don't even have a chance for it becoming or being one of the best days you ever had. And every day is our only opportunity. You know what I'm saying? Every day is our only opportunity to have the best day we ever had. Every day, I'm saying it again, every day is our only opportunity to have the best day we've ever had. So we're going to make sure that today is one of those days. Today could be the day that you've been waiting on. Today could be the day that changes your life. Today could be the day that just makes everything that you've been living for worth living for. Just think about it. What if it was today? Why not today? Why can't it be today? People don't keep that in their mind, and I think they procrastinate. They push things back. And that's why today's topic, we're talking about trust. Trust, Trust. What a hard word. Trust. Trust is so difficult. It's so difficult. And I'm not talking about just trusting other people, ladies and gentlemen. That's small beans and that's small thinking, and that's not what we're here to do. We're here to think big. I'm talking about trusting yourself. Do you trust yourself to get yourself where it is you want to go? I'm going to say it again. Do you trust yourself to get yourself to the promised land? Do you trust yourself? You trust yourself to make your dreams come true? Do you trust yourself to create the life that you dream of? Do you trust yourself? And let's be honest, most people don't trust themselves. That's why they don't take the chances on themselves. That's why people don't take chances on themselves. That's why people work where they don't want to work. That's why people do what they don't want to do. That's why they live where they don't want to live. That's why they drive where they don't want to drive, because they don't trust themselves. People don't trust themselves. It's a harsh reality, ladies and gentlemen, but it's the truth, and y'all know it is. People are scared to follow their own intuition. People are afraid to do what they want to do. They're so caught up with what they think they have to do that they don't do what they want to do. I'm going to say it again. People are so caught up in thinking they have to do what they have to do. People make up their own have-tos. Well, I have to do this, so therefore I can't follow my dream. I have to pay bills, so I can't follow my dream. That means you don't believe in yourself enough. You don't have trust in yourself that you can actually make your dreams come true and live the life you want to live. And let me ask you, what is the price that you're willing to pay for your dreams? Oh my God. Can y'all really handle that kind of question and that kind of answer? What is the price that you're willing to pay to make your dreams come true? What is the price? What is the sacrifice you're willing to make? What are you willing to give up? How uncomfortable are you willing to be? What are you willing to do to make sure that your dream come true? Most people will not risk or sacrifice security. That's the number one reason why people won't chase their dreams, because they're out here putting in all this work to be secure. Security kills just as many dreams as any other ailment in the world. Security. And all security is fear of poverty. Maybe you won't make it. What if I don't make it? What if I fail? I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be homeless. I don't want to be living on the street. I don't want to have food in my mouth. That means that you don't believe in yourself for what it is you're dreaming of in your mind, that you can actually make it. And you don't have to be homeless. You don't have to not have food in your mouth. Your kid's gonna be taken care of. You are gonna be security. You are gonna be secure. It's crazy to me. Honestly, it truly is. I know people don't want what they really say that they want out here. I say all the time. People don't really want. People want a chance. That's all they want is a window of opportunity, but they don't really want what it is that they say they want. They're not willing to sacrifice anything. They're not willing to give up anything. They want to be so secure. They're not. Oh my! I mean, listen, ladies and gentlemen. Security will ruin everything that you want to do. And at the end of your life, you're gonna be like, man, I spent my whole life being secure. Security. I can go deeper in it, and I'm considering not, but like I said, my friend told me to go deeper on this. And I feel like I may offend some people. But I must. If you're offended, that means that you don't really understand. Let me ask you a question, ladies and gentlemen. Do you go to work every day on your future? Or are you going your present? I asked this question not too long ago. And a lot of people are going to work on their maintenance. A lot of people are going to work on their security. But are you willing? Are you willing to make an uncalculated effort? When I say uncalculated, here's the thing. Most people want to see the whole thing through. They want to see every mistake before they make it. They want to see every loophole before they get there. They want to know what everything is going to be. They want to know what the road is going to be like, what the entire journey is going to be. Man, that's unforeseeable. That's unforeseeable. It is impossible. You have to just start going on the journey. You must make a real sacrifice. What is the price that you are willing to pay to make your dream come true? What is the price? How deep are you willing to go? You know, I talk about this particular episode on this podcast that I heard. It was with Kathy Hughes. And the reason why I love it so much is because she talks about how she went $1 million in debt. Oh my gosh. Yes, $1 million. Y'all listen, it's not, I'm not saying this, like, hear what I'm saying. $1 million in debt for her dream. Most of y'all won't go $500 in debt. Most of y'all want to invest any type of money into what it is you want to do. Blows my mind. It blows my mind that people won't go in any type of debt, take any type of risk. People want the easy route. They say, hey, how can I get to a certain place without taking any type of losses? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the worst thing that you could do. It's say, I'm going to wait until. Listen, I might cut this shit off after this. I'm serious. People say, I'm going to wait until, and then I'll start chasing my dream. I'm going to wait until I get the money, and then I'll start chasing my dream. I'm going to wait until my kids graduate, and then I'm going to start chasing my dream. I'm going to wait until 3 years from now when I got my job, and then then I'm going to start chasing my dreams. You realize that you're not waiting, you're wasting. You are wasting time. You're wasting opportunities. You're wasting moments. You don't have the luxury to waste time. You must go after everything you want now. The reason why you won't risk your security, the reason why you won't risk your money, the reason why you won't risk anything is because you don't trust yourself. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust that you can make it happen. You don't believe in you. Only a little bit. I'm going to jump to the chat here. Like I say, top of the morning to Lanice, my brother Uno. Eric is in the chat asking about my skin, and Momo 800. Good to see y'all this morning. My brother Uno says, you got to be willing to take big risk. Big risk. Take an enormous risk. Live. When you take a big risk, like you feel alive. Do you want to feel alive, or do you want to continue to feel dead with your daily activities? Most people are walking around zombies. They're dead. They're just living a life until they die. Every day they wake up until they go to sleep. That's it. They wake up and just be up until they go to sleep. They do the same thing and do the same thing over and over. The same shit you did last week. You gotta be willing to take a full risk. You gotta be willing to trust yourself. I mean, everything I've done up until this point, nothing is guaranteed. Everything is just straight trust. I trust myself that I'll figure it out. I trust myself that I'll make it happen. I trust myself that any position I get myself in, I can get myself out of. I trust me, and I gotta continue to prove that every time, every day. Do you trust yourself enough to go all in? Most people just want a chance, but then they try to make an opportunity. You have to make it. You got to put it together. This shit come in pieces. It comes in pieces. You must put it together. Most people want their dream already assembled. It's crazy. Top of the morning to my man Troy. He's in the chat. Appreciate you, Ma, for tuning in. Lanice says, I don't think this through clearly. I quit my job so I can finish school. I graduate in July, super excited. It's funny because looking back at last show, I was frustrated with a few things, but I realized it's a part of the process. Yes, I have a few projects going on all at once. And they are actually, I think they're actually all planning out. I have to wait for something while waiting. I felt like nothing was going right because things weren't moving as fast as I like. Now I'm just like, okay, chill, you got this. Sometimes, I always say there's things that you cannot rush. Me and Dash was talking, I see him in the chat just now, Dash just popped in. People will say, I always say, don't take your time because time is already going to take its time. Like to grow an apple tree takes years. You can't rush that. But you don't extend the time by wasting your time. You don't take your time. The time is going to take the time is going to take. You must be prepared when the time arises. Most people are not prepared when the time arises. I listened to a podcast literally yesterday. I listen to like entrepreneur podcasts and I'll listen to a bunch of the BS. Honestly, like I don't listen to a whole bunch of talking about who did what. I don't really care about what everybody is on. What is going to feed my soul? So I listened to a podcast and listened to an interview on Tate's Bake Shop. And she was saying how she needed $10,000 to complete her mission. And she was all prepared. And she got all the way to the end. And then it was like, damn, I need $10,000. How am I going to get this money? Long story short, somebody had died, left $10,000 to her father just at the perfect time. It was the perfect time. She was prepared. She was able to him to lend her that money, and now she was able to sell her company for $200 million. You think he got his $10,000 back? Of course he got his $10,000 back. But I say this to say that you have to be prepared for the opportunity. Most people are not prepared. They want the opportunity, then they'll get prepared. It blows my mind. People want the opportunity before they get prepared. Blows my mind. My brother Uno said you got to be ready to make the road when no road has been paved. He said playing it safe is like getting a walk in baseball, when one swing can be a home run. See, something about taking the easy way. And don't get me wrong, I'm a fan of the easy way. I don't believe in making things hard anymore. There's enough things that's already hard along the way. But here's the thing. The easy way is still difficult. What makes things easy is not the amount of work you're doing. What makes things easy is how you feel about what you're doing. I'm going to say it again. What makes it easy is not about the work that you're putting in, because the work is usually hard work, is difficult work. You got to put in the hours and the time, overtime. What makes it easy is how you feel about what you're doing. See, it's easy for me to go to work every day. It's easy because I'm going to work on my fortune. I'm going to work on my future. So it's easy for me to get up in the morning and go to work. It's easy for me to get up and go to work because I'm working on my fortune and I'm working on my future. It's easy for me to get up and go to work because I'm going to work on my fortune and I'm going to work on my future. It will be difficult and hard for me to go to work if I was going to work with somebody I didn't want to do, if I was going to work for somebody I didn't want to work for, if I was doing listen what I'm saying. First place people got to do is they got to start off by loving what they do. I think people don't immerse themselves in what it is that they would like to do. That's all I talk about, all in all the time. You got to immerse yourself. Full immersion. That's too deep for y'all. Most people don't want to most of y'all don't want to dive in the water that's that deep. They don't want to be fully immersed. You don't want every day to be surrounded with your dream. You only want Saturday and Sunday or when you feel like it. See, when you decide to go after your dream, you still have to work on it when you don't feel like it. Most people, let me tell you, most people when they start to work for themselves and everybody goes through this, don't get me wrong, when they first become like full-time entrepreneurs or they become like, full-time at what it is that they're trying to do, creators, they take a lot of time. It's a lot of time BSing because they don't know what to do with all the time. Trust me, I went through this. When I first started working, I decided I was going to do this all the way in. I had so much time on my hands, I didn't know what to do with all the time at first. I was like, damn, what do I do with all this time? And then you got to find things to start immersing yourself. I don't know, go join a group. Put yourself in a class. Don't think you're too smart to learn. Go find out where your community is. Go find out what the top people are doing every day in your industry. What are they doing every day? You're not just sitting around just because, listen, if you're sitting around, that means that you're not actively trying to grow what it is you're trying to do. You're just trying to continue to maintain. You realize you got so much downtime. So much downtime. You know how I know everybody got so much downtime? Because everybody got caught insecure, right? Everybody watched the show. So I know you got downtime. Everybody went to go see this movie. I know you got downtime. How you spending it is what's most important. Let's run back to the question of, do you trust yourself enough to go all in? Do you trust yourself enough to put all your eggs in one basket? This is the big question. Do you trust yourself enough to put all your eggs in one basket? And here's the thing about putting all your eggs in one basket. You get to a point and those eggs multiply to more eggs. It's not about putting your eggs in different baskets. It's having too many eggs to fit in the one that you have. And then you start putting eggs in other baskets because this basket won't fit all your eggs anymore. You don't spread your eggs out too thin. No. You put all your eggs in one basket until that basket no longer serves you, until it's overflowing. You don't take your business money and start investing in crypto, retard. You don't take your business money and put it in other business. You take your business money and you grow that business. When a business is grown and then it's overflowing, and then you have extra money, it's making more than it's making more than it costs to run, then you start putting money into other things, man. What do y'all thinking? I'm not a fan of being a jack of all trades. That's not me. I'll say it proudly and loudly. I don't like that. I don't believe in it. I believe that you're not giving your all to anything. You're spreading yourself out. You're trying to put your hat, you're trying to put your name in all these hats. Come on, man. I don't want the person that kind of does everything. I want the specialist. I want the guy that specializes. I want the woman that specializes in what they do. Do you specialize in what you do? Or you just kind of do it? I'm gonna ask you again. Do you specialize in what it is you do, or do you kind of do it? you just know a lot about it. What is your specialty? And do you trust yourself enough to go 100%? Do you trust yourself enough to put in 100% of your time? Do you hear what I just said? Do you trust yourself enough to put 100% of your time? Do you trust yourself enough to be broke for a period of time? Do you trust yourself enough to not have any money for a period of time? Do you trust yourself enough to put it all on the line? Y'all don't. You don't got enough faith in you. That's why it ain't moving as fast as you want to. See, it's different when you cut your own safety net. When you cut your safety net, walking that tightrope is totally different. When you cut your safety net, your approach to your dreams are totally different. The reason why you are playing with your dreams, the reason why you're taking your time is because you feel like if this don't work out, I'm going to just go do something else. So I ain't tripping. That type of mentality is going to have you losing. It's going to have you going slow, have you taking your time. When you say, this is it, I have nothing left, I must do this or I must die. That's too deep for a lot of y'all. You're not ready to have that type of feeling about what it is you do. That's too much trust and belief in yourself, isn't it? It's too much. It's too much to handle. And that's why most of y'all will be average. So most people will be average. Because they don't trust themselves enough to go above what's necessary. They don't trust themselves enough. I'm going to jump to the chat here. My brother Troy says, these are all facts, and Dash says, a lot of times when you take the risk, you realize everything you're worried about was for no reason. That's 100% because there's a book out called The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Here we go. We talking about books again. Pick one up. Pick a book up. Damn. Read some shit and stop listening to crappy ass music. Read some shit and just stop watching freaking TV all day. Educate yourself on your industry. Anyways, back to what he was saying. The book Compound Effect says 90% of the things we worry about never happen. Do you hear what I just said? 90% of the things you worry about never happen. I said all the time, I've dealt with homeless people for years. I've done a lot of homeless work just by volunteering and being a part of a fraternity and being a part of groups and organizations that work with homeless. And I talk to these people and none of them are out there because they went after their dream and it failed. None of them. Not one person is on the street because they were chasing their, like, okay, there's the 1% like Pursuit of Happiness. We seen the movie. There's the one, like, yes, there's a small percentage of it happening. There's a small chance. But even for him, what happened? It worked out. He became extremely rich. He didn't stay homeless. He wasn't home. I mean, you got to understand what I'm saying. The risk and the reward. I was telling Danielle this the other day. I said, what's the worst that can happen if you go after your dream? What is the worst that can happen? Listen, answer this question yourself right now. What's the worst that can happen if you go all in to what it is you want to do? What's the worst that can happen? Well, let's say, well, okay, you lose 20,000, 30,000, 50,000, 100,000. You ever bought a car? What you think will happen when you buy a house? You go in debt, fool. When you buy a car that's 50,000 and you only put 10,000 down, you owe 40 bands for a car. So it's okay for you to go 40,000 for a car that you know ain't gonna pay you nothing, but you wouldn't go $500 in for your own business. You wouldn't go 1,000. You wouldn't go 3,000. You wouldn't go 10,000 in debt for your own dream. You'll go buy a house that's worth $400,000, put $10,000 down, you owe $390,000 on the house, but you won't invest $5,000 into your dream, $6,000 into your idea, you won't do it. It's because you don't trust yourself. You don't believe it's worth it. You don't believe it's worth it. That's why you won't do it. Eric is in the chat. She said, you're right about one thing. I did a lot last year. I already have my entire year planned to utilize that time to maximize my business in this new year. Now, all we must do is execute. That's all we got to do, Eric, at this point is execute, because All of us, and we know we're all guilty of this. We love to prepare. We love to load the gun, hate to pull the trigger. And I'm gonna tell you, because I mean, if you ever bought a gun, if you do not have a gun, I recommend you get one, not to just for your own protection, keep it in the house or whatever the case may be. But the truth is, when you first get a gun, like when I first purchased my first one, I would play with the load it just so I can learn how to load it. Of course, I never want to pull the trigger. So even I'm just using that as a metaphor to most people love preparing. They hate to execute. Everyone loves to prepare, don't want to execute. So Erica, what you must do is execute your plan. You execute that plan even when it don't look like it's working out. You execute that plan even when it's hard. You execute that plan no matter how long it takes. You execute that plan. You must execute the plan. You do it no matter what. Even if you feel like you're losing, you execute the plan. See, here's the thing. Can you stay on your team when the time is hard? I'm gonna say it again. Can you stay on your own team when times get hard? When you start losing, are you the type of person that say, damn, we losing, I'm about to jump ship? Or you say, no, we losing, but I'm gonna figure out how to make sure this ship do not sink. See, even Nipsey Hussle said it in a certain song, which I really love. It's called Stressed Out. He said, many times I thought this was the end now, but I catch my second win around the 10th round. If you don't know anything about boxing, it's usually 12 rounds in boxing. So he's saying he catches second win around the end. When it's almost over, that's when he picks up, that's when he sees his opportunity. So you got to go all the way to the end, because a lot of times, I said it before, God will take you all the way to the end and see if you really want it. All the way to the brink. Y'all have read the stories in the Bible. I forgot the name of the guy, but I think it was Abraham. Right before he's about to kill his son, he's wanted to see if he was willing to do it. God showed up. You ain't even got to kill him, bro. I just want to see if you was what. I just want to see if you was about that action, boss. You good in my book, though. I took you all the way to the end. We straight now. You proved to me that you really want this. You proved to me that you got real faith in me, that you're willing to take away your own son because you believe in my word. So no, we good. I just wanted to test you. Y'all don't want to be tested. Y'all don't want nobody to test. Y'all don't want no smoke. That's part of the path. It's part of the journey. It's part of the process, ladies and gentlemen. So I end this show with asking once again, do you trust yourself enough to go all in on your dream? Do you trust yourself enough to go all in on your passion? Troy, do you trust yourself enough? How much do you trust yourself enough? Brother Dash, do you trust yourself enough? Erica, do you trust yourself enough? Do you trust yourself enough to risk everything you have to get everything that you want? Lanice, do you? Do you trust yourself enough to risk everything that you have to get everything that you want? My brother Uno, do you trust yourself enough? That's the real question. Do you trust yourself? And you got to answer that question. And if you say, I do, then you must change all your actions starting today. You must immerse yourself in what it is you're trying to do. You must spend every waking moment on your dream and your goal. You get to that point of trusting yourself, that is when God has his hands on you. Until then, you only focused on what you can see. You got to be focused on what you can feel. Because you can't see trust, but you can feel it. You can't see faith, but you can feel it. You can't see your future, but you damn sure can feel it. What is it going to feel like when you get there is the real question. Chase that feeling And don't worry about all the things that can go wrong. There's always things that can go wrong. Because here's the thing, and I'm going to end with this. The price you pay to get to your dream is less than the price you will pay if you don't. The price it costs you to get to your dream is less than the price it costs you if you don't. So you ask me, I'd much rather pay the cheaper price and going after what it is I want. No, I told Daniel the other day, I said, hey, if I died today, I'd be so proud of myself. I'd be so happy because I knew that when I died, I was giving my everything. I gave everything. I was giving everything at that moment I had to my life and to my future, to my family, to my friends. I was giving everything I had. I can die today and still be proud of me. It's a big thing. So, ladies and gentlemen, until Wednesday, trust yourself. Take the risk. Why not? It costs too much not to. I'll see y'all next time. I'm out of here. Peace out.